Nuovo da queste parti. Parto ma non so se torno. Non stare sveglio ad aspettarmi. Questo è l'anno dei miracoli.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Denver Nuggets. Looking at Denver, as good as they've been, they know this one won't be easy. Trying to steal a road win against a very capable team, and both teams are up for this one. And last season we saw James Harden take on the role of acting point guard for his team. Even with the switch, he continued to pour in the points. But the real story, the assists, man, why was that move so good?
Well, Harden has always been a ball-dominant point guard, I just think he's an underrated passer, but he's always been a great distributor. Now he's just doing it more. He's trying to average that triple-double.
You know what the funny thing is? When he didn't have the ball and he wasn't playing the point, I think he looked for a shot more. But knowing that it's in his hands every possession allows him the freedom to pass the basketball, and it's helped the Rockets.
Interesting. Now let's go to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Let's see the visiting team Denver Nuggets. At point guard, Jamal Murray. At small forward, Robert Covington. At the other guard position, Gary Harris. At the other guard position, Paul Wilson. At center, Nicole Jokic. The head coach of the visiting team is Mike Malone.
We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season. Last year was a lopsided affair as they were able to take all 4 games in the series, earning the sweep.
And well, they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
And this is where it may be hard for them to get motivated for this matchup. Maintain their focus because they've been so dominant against these guys.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Murray and Harris in the backcourt. Down low, it's Millsap and Jokic. And it's Covington in at the 3. Anderson kicks to Paul. Anderson the screen. Millsap's against Harden. And it's sent back by Jokic. Murray with it. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Jokic. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Jokic has got his second bucket of the night. And every veteran goes through a period, Chris, where they are benched for rest, especially this late in the season. Did you ever go through that? And is it something that's easy to accept?
Looking back, I would not have mind being benched for rest. It wasn't that popular when I played. You had to even go hard in practices.
Right.
I think now teams understand how to handle that, and I think the schedule change may make it so that a lot of players won't have to have rest during the season. But you want to be in a position where you're not fighting for a playoff spot, because if you're fighting for a playoff spot or position, then rest is the last thing on your mind, because we always used to say, hey, you can rest all you want after you lose in the playoffs. So you have to balance your rest with expectation.
One shot, behind the legs.
A slow start here for Houston in this one. 7-point differential. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, and they played more than just a supporting role. I mean, without their points, it would have been tough to get that role win. That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
Harris outside. Outside Millsap. Inside, Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. 6 points for Jokic.
And making plays for others, one of the many ways Millsap can beat you.
Anderson outside. Here's Harden on the wing. With some arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them, because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, overall, they played well enough to win, but their energy was just up and down. Too many miscues at key points of the game.
Murray, good.
Taking this defense to task so far. No misses in their first 5 attempts. And we know that the Rockets are a team that invests heavily into using analytics. I mean, have they been on the forefront of data-driven basketball decisions for some time?
And Chris, talking about the Rockets and their analytic approach, the term Morey ball, after their GM, is thrown around with their approach, but hard to argue with the run of fortune they've had.
Less mid-range shots, everything at the basket or a three. I mean, it's easy to see that reflected in their play style.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And Chris, when you see Harden coming down the lane at you, there is a very short list of players who can instill that much fear. Pretty much him, Westbrook and LeBron. Each have their own style, and Harden's might be the most refined of all of them.
Well, that's why he gets to the line so much. Speed, his handles, his ability to pull back on the three, his Euro step. When Harden gets going downhill like that, you just don't have an answer for him.
Good on both.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Jokic with his screen on Paul. In the corner, it's Harris. Stolen by Harden. And it's Houston on the break. Harden's got the ball. He gets it in there.
Well, Kevin, you can't be careless with the ball around Harden. He's great at swiping the ball and creating easy opportunities for his team.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Denver leading by 4. Murray kicks to Jokic. Now here's Murray. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. He got right to the cup using that screen. Murray's got his second basket of the game. And here is Paul. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Lets it go with a 3. Millsap grabs the miss.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Millsap. 17 points for him last game against the Clippers.
Well, Kevin, on top of that, with the defense trying to take shot opportunities away from him, he finds a way to get himself to the line.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Bahamute comes in for Anderson. Harkless is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Gordon in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Denver. Fareed's checked in for Millsap. Cephalosha comes in for Robert Covington. Martin's checked in for Harris. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Murray.
You can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
And that one, good.
Now, the location of that assist was awesome. That was a sweet lead pass.
Denver leading by 4. Dishes to Cephalosha. Jokic against Nene. Puts it up from 12. Jokic, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's Gordon missing. The Nuggets have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Nelson, the pass to Fareed. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Fareed.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
But that's all about going back to the fundamentals. Defensive rebounding, you got to have it, especially when you're getting waxed.
The shot by Paul, no good. For Denver, they've gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Here's Jokic. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
Paul kicks to Nene. Gordon a screen. They set the screen. He dishes it to Harkless. And some nice passing there by Houston. Just 5 to shoot. Paul for 3. Another miss by Houston.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of a asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Kenneth Faried is out there with Cephalosha. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Plumlee. And it's Nelson in at the 1. Now here's Barton. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Here's Gordon. And it's blocked. And here's the fast break. Cephalosha leading the way. Nelson dishes to Faried. Screen by Faried. Nelson, the pass to Faried. And Plumlee kicks to Cephalosha. The pass to Plumlee. Back to Cephalosha. Three-pointer, Barton. Here's Faried. And the dunk by Faried.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
But guys, the defense knows he has this ability, correct? Yet no one thinks to put a body on him? Incredible.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Anderson comes in for Mbamute. And it's Harden in for Paul. And Chris, we know you are always trying to connect with our fans over social media. We have a question for you sent in by a viewer who asks, Chris, if you weren't a basketball player, what other profession do you think you may have pursued?
Wow. Well, I used to want to be a wrestler and other guys like that. But no, my mother was a teacher, and I always was with her in school. And I think, I love kids and hanging around kids. So it would definitely be something where I'm instructing kids. I don't know if it would be school or if it would be a gym teacher or if it would be working with kids in some type of way. But definitely would want to work with kids.
I can see you as a teacher. Like if you were a wrestler, like what would your name be? Like would you be like the Flash?
Yeah. Oh man,
like, what name
it
would
was
you
some terrible
have?
names back there. Junkyard Dog, Coco Beware, Ultimate Warrior, Superfly Snooker. I know I gave my name back. I gave myself a name back in there. I don't know. I'd have to figure out first what my persona was. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't know. I had to think about that one. But I'm too skinny, man. I got broken up in that ring. I know that for sure. So I think I made the right decision.
Here's Black, following the basket by Mason Plumlee. Here's the dish to Harkless. No good on the triple. The Nuggets leading by 11. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Houston Rockets, one of the most explosive scoring teams in the league. Defense has been a shortcoming in the past. Coach Mike D'Antoni said, we have some good individual defenders. If the rest of them just try, well, that's the plan. Kevin?
Offense is what the Rockets are all about, D.A. You know that. Coach D'Antoni definitely focuses on this part of the game more than defense. Now, Moutier, James Harden missing on the 3. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Millsap. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Millsap's got 7 points in the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Harden kicks to Black. Passes it to Gordon. With the teardrop. Harkless on the wing. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Denver calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Millsap after the made shot from Mo Harkless. Shoots from 14. Ariza with the rebound.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
Harden hits through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Oh, and Harden is so quick to the cup, just exposing the weak defense with his speed.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Feeds it to Covington. Millsap's against Anderson. Millsap down low. Makes it off the glass. Millsap's got 9. And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up threes.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a three off the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball. And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now here's Murray. 6 points for him. Millsap a screen. Murray kicks to Jokic. Again, the Nuggets score.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, man, I really enjoy seeing Harden connect from the interior, showing he's more than just a perimeter scorer.
Here's Murray. Harris outside. Jokic a screen. Now Murray. And no good trying to get that one. And so we conclude the first half. Nuggets lead by 13. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 block. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Day turning tonight here in the Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
And And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Here's Murray. Filling out the wings, it's Harden and Ariza. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Paul in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Rockets.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Harden with it. Ariza outside. Now, here's Capella. Pass to Anderson. And there's the feed to Ariza. There's the triple. And James Harden, good for 3. Harden's got the first field goal of the second half for the Rockets. Denver leading by 10. It's Covington on the wing. Millsap down low, working on Anderson. Millsap misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Takes a 3. James Harden again. Harden's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Rockets. Denver's shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. There's a good screen. Murray for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got 9 points.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Well, as a Michigan man, Chris, we know you're always following Big Ten action. Who are your favorite players out of the Big Ten currently playing in the NBA?
Man, I don't know if I'll be able to go home after this, but I love Mike Conley. And
you'd be in trouble. I know.
Oh, man, I love his game. I love everything about him. His father, he comes from an athletic family. I just hate the fact that he's a Buckeye. But he's one of my favorites. And, of course, you know, you got to look at a kid named Tim Hardaway Jr. and Glenn Robinson III, dunk contest winner. Those guys went to a pretty good university in the Big Ten. So
they did.
There's a lot of great talent coming out of the Big Ten.
Can I mention a couple others like Draymond Green from just down the road in Ann Arbor, who played in East Lansing? Can I talk about him?
I love Draymond. When he was growing up, watching him play in Michigan in high school, I always knew he was going to be a great talent. So, yeah, even though he wore the green and white in college, still a big fan of his, too. I think the Big Ten is definitely representing well in the NBA.
Here's Capella, following the basket by Paul Millsap. Capella kicks to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. It's Ariza on the wing. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Millsap passes to Jokic. Covington wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 10. For Houston, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Paul dishes to Capella. Harris kicks to Covington. Denver passing it around. And here is Murray. He's got 9. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. And that one's good, Jokic. And it's a 12-point Nugget lead.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
For the Rockets, Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Ba'amute comes in for Ryan Anderson. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Trevor Ariza. The Nuggets also changing it up. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Martin comes in for Gary Harris. And Nelson is subbed in for Murray. Paul with the bucket.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Paul against Nelson. The kick out to Barton. Another three for Denver.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success. And one of the things about Will Barton's game that to me makes him such a force is how unpredictable he can be. He plays at times almost like a man out of control, and it really does work to his advantage as he is a difficult guy to deal with in those one-on-one situations. And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Outside Millsap. And Millsap snaps it in.
And Millsap just feeling it. Doesn't take much to get him going.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And to back up the point with Barton in his chaotic play style, he knows exactly what he's about. Famously saying, Greg, I'm so creative most of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
And, you know, that might sound glib, but it is just how Barton plays. I mean, a fantastic competitor who just does what it takes to win. He gives you a little bit of everything out on the floor.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. And that's a foul. It's called Ntabo Cephalosha. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
1:19 left in the third quarter. Paul outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks to Mba Amute. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Mba Amute has got his first points of the game. Denver leading by 10. Here's Nelson. Fareed, a screen on Paul. Nelson, the pass to Barton. And the three off target. Houston's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Got that one up quick. And that's now 7 points for Eric Gordon.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Nelson dishes to Plumlee. Banked in off the glass.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Nene with the screen on Nelson. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And the Rockets making a change here. Black's checked in. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Paul kicks to Black. This one for 3. Barton with the rebound.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
Down low, Fareed misses in close.
Some tough D in the paint, getting between him and the bucket and stopping the easy ball.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Rockets trail by 9. Taking a look at the Nuggets. We've got Will Barton. Cephalosha is out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then there's Murray. And it's Randall in at the 5 roaming the paint.
If you leave him alone, he'll drain that mid-range jumper all day long.
Randall a screen on Paul. Murray the pass to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
A roller with attitude. Once Randall gets downhill, he's hard to contest with.
And so it's Houston with it. Paul kicks to Gordon. To the right side. Paul dishes to Black. Houston moving it around. Eric Gordon on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Floats one. He can't get that one. Barton with some nice D. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Randall down low, working on Black. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And it's an 11-point Denver lead. Now Paul. Nene, the screen. Nene setting the pick for Gordon. He kicks it to Harkless. Nene, the screen. From 7. And it's good for 2. Denver calls timeout.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Tarek Black. Anderson comes in for Nene. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Harkless. And then for Denver, Jokic has checked in for Julius Randle. Robert Covington comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Gary Harris in for Will Barton. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last time out. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let up out there. We'll see how well he got the point across.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. Chris, you've been on both sides of the coin for this. When it comes to a veteran presence in the locker room, just how important is that? When you were a young player getting it, and maybe as an older player when you were preaching.
When I was a rookie, Kevin, I needed a veteran just as much as I needed an assistant coach. They were that important to me because when you think about it, that's how you learn your routine.
Wow.
What to eat before a game, how many hours to eat before a game, how to recoup after a game, how to say no to your friends and family for playoff tickets because, you're at home and you got to buy 75 tickets. Just kind of how to navigate through life. That veteran player can help. And I think that's one thing when the game kind of got lost in years past, it was because we lost that veteran presence in the locker room. And so to me, the veteran presence is everything. Chris Mullin getting on me because I'm a rookie. I would have paid him to do that. So, it's really cool because just as much as they get on you, they help you and they explain the game, help you out with life and everything else. So it's like a big brother relationship.
Oh, that's good to hear. Now here's Fareed, and the layup's good off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Paul. He's covered by Murray. Anderson against Fareed. Anderson the screen. Paul for 3. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Well, he played very poorly in the first half, but during the second half, he's feeling it. He's really flipped the on switch and owned it.
Oh, Fareed in position. It's stolen by Capella. Floats one, and it's Gordon missing.
Just the presence of the D in the lane is enough to make him short-arm that layup.
Murray with it. To the middle. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one's on Eric Gordon.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. James Harden, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And the second free throw, good. Rockets trail by 9. Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight.
I mean, and just think about it, Kevin. With Harden, he can score from just about anywhere, even the locker room. I mean, when he's scoring from a number of spots, the D is in for a long day.
Now here's Murray. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
Paul Millsap's checked in for the Nuggets.
One shot.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Timeout called, the Rockets. They're behind by 10. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
This is a critical timeout for them. They've got to come up with a plan to slow him down right here and right now.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. Pass to Ariza. He feeds it to Capella. Capella sets a screen for Paul. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Harden has a wide open look. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist in the game. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Harris outside. Murray dishes to Millsap. Over Anderson, and that one's good. Millsap. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
He's extremely accurate here, coming down the stretch, trying to see if he can close this one out.
Now here's Paul, screen by Capella. Excellent use of the screen that time.
I really like how Capella plays within the offense. So great at using his huge body to set screens.
Now here's Murray. Here's Millsap, and Millsap snaps it in.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Oh, man, and this is late in the game. It's tough for a team to come back. Everything has to fall into place.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Jokic a screen. Murray kicks to Millsap. 5 on the clock. Good work there as it goes. And it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're trailing by 10. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
All you can do at this point is focus. Dial in on each moment. Do your best. You can't get consumed over the score.
Beasley kicks to Moutier. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.